Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground.
Hi and welcome back to the Conscious Day Trader. It's been a while, but we've got another video from the ICT concepts. Today is going to be the video on the ICT Breaker Block. A lot of people trade it, and a lot of people are asking me about how do I identify it, what can I do to make money with this. So we're going to answer all these questions by the end of this video, so make sure you watch the whole video and subscribe and like the video. Also, if you want to join our Discord group, which is grown at very big rates, it's Discord in the comments, and I will personally send you a comment. Sometimes it takes me a bit longer than because we have a lot of requests, so be patient, I'll get to you. Let's jump on to the video. As always, we go and start with a presentation on the original video, because you always have to watch the original video from Michael, and some people get confused with Michael's approach on his teaching, so we're going to try our best to simplify things, even though I think that Michael's doing a pretty good job explaining everything. We're going to try our best to help you on that journey of identifying how to trade the breaker. Like with all the ICT concepts, we're going to start with a little presentation of the original video, and I'll tell you where you can find that video after this presentation on YouTube. But we're looking at the ICT Breaker Block, which was released in 2016, and it's a very nice simple video. A lot of people get confused with these lines, but what we're going to do is try and simplify what ICT is explaining in this video. So a breaker, what it is, it gives you the false indication that is going to go one direction, and then it's going to give you a nice opportunity to get in when the price is going to be distributed towards a level or towards another bigger target on a bigger time frame. So as we can see here, the first thing that we're going to talk about is you need to identify an intermediate swing low in this case, because it's a bullish breaker. So what we are looking for is for identifying this here, this area here. When you've seen an intermediate swing low and then push back up and retrace lower, hunting the stop, so sell side liquidity in this case, you will be waiting for the change of character, which will be a break higher and then a retest to that high there. So what we need three things to identify a breaker. We need an intermediate swing low, which is going to be breaking to the downside. We're going to need a high that's going to be in between those two lows. So a higher low and a lower low and a higher high in between those two. That's going to indicate the price creating an area of interest where we can get involved on the breaker. So as the price is coming down, that's the first swing low. It's created that high here as a retracement of that position there. It has then delivered a lower hunt, so hunting this sell side below these lows here, a push up, showing you the actual direction of the move, and then it's giving you a nice opportunity to equal these highs here to get involved, and that is a successful breaker. If we look at the next one, he very nicely explains in words, but a lot of people won't read these. The rate on sell stops indicates sellers are trapped in short. So think about this. People that are in short suddenly see this move, they're thinking that the move is going to continue lower. However, the price then retraces, pushes above the high, takes their stops out, and then comes and delivers a nice entry for repricing after the sell stops are taken. So sell side has been taken out. Now we're going to find an opportunity to get involved, get into a price, and then we go. It will be easier to show you on a nice chart on TradingView, and we're going to see live data, so you get a lot of practice with this. Now the reverse, the swing low, now is going to become a swing high. So we've got this intermediate swing high here, then we've got a delivery below, and the price now is going to hunt those buy side liquidity, so it's going to take those stops out, and then it's going to deliver the change of character, rebalance the price back to that swing low, that block there, and then you can enter for that delivery of price. Now if you look at that in the opposite direction, we've got the rate of the buy stops this time, so buy side liquidity is taken out and delivery of price. This is the area where we're getting involved. This is the lower risk involvement of this trade. A lot of people take this trade after buy side liquidity has been taken out. They'll look at this on a lower time frame and get entries here. However, the breaker block is entering at this range here. It's a lot safer. And now if we look at this in terms of price action, what does it look like in when you've got the charts up? You can see this swing low here. Now it created that high, the high in between the two lows. So you want a higher low and a lower low, and that's the intermediate high. Now that price has broken up higher, so now we know that this is going to be the breaker block. We're going to be waiting for a price to retrace back to that high, and then we're taking this as profit. Remember, this is on a higher time frame, so I believe this is on a 4-hour candle, guys. So breaker blocks, make sure you're taking on a 1 hour, 4 hour. The small charts can be quite choppy. If you have these setups and you then go to a lower time frame to find an entry, they're higher probability trades, and that's what you want to be doing. Okay, here we are back on the trading view, our favorite charting tool, and we're on the pound dollar, which you know I trade every day, and I really enjoy trading it because it's been quite successful for me. The big question is, how now do I identify these? How can I tune my eyes to identifying the breaker? Okay, so that was a presentation on the ICT breaker. So obviously you can go and watch that video, and to watch that video, we're going to go on YouTube. And on YouTube, we're going to type in Breaker ICT. This is the ICT Breaker Block. It was released 11 months ago, but it is from the 2016 Premium ICT Mentorship Core Content Month 4. So this is when he actually was doing the membership trainings in 2016 in December. So this is how you're going to find the video. Also, if you see this guy, a guy called The Conscious Day Trader, make sure you go on his channel and subscribe to it and like it, because you know that song. We have some cool content on there, so make sure we hit that. As soon as we hit that 8,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving a Vanguard membership for a year for free. So that will be if you jump onto the Discord. When you come onto the Discord, you will see basically who has joined on the welcome, but the Guildho is what you're going to get access for free. It will give you your YouTube lives whenever I've posted something on there. You can also upgrade to the Vanguard, which I'm going to be giving for free access to the monthly book club, the weekly Q&A, and if you're wondering what that is, this is the Vanguard group here. We've got these Zoom meetings we do every Wednesday. You'll get a link like this, and you can go in and watch all these as they're recorded, and they're stored on our Discord for the Vanguard members. You also get our reflections on what we're on reading on the monthly book club. So it's a really, really nice place where you can start getting engaging with like-minded people who want to become more conscious traders, and to everyone wants to reach our financial goals. So I'm pretty proud of this group and how it's developing, and that is basically being proud of the people who are involved in it, because the people make a community. The community is not just one individual or the Discord itself. So let's go back to our trading view. Now that we know where we can find the YouTube link, we know we've had our little presentation on it. Let's go and see, how can I backtest and how can I identify where these breakers exist? What am I looking for? What's the first thing that we need to look? We look at intermediate swing low. So let's try and find an intermediate swing low. Where can I see an intermediate swing low? That's one there. This is an intermediate swing low on the 4 hour. Has it broken above it? Yes. It took out this high, so it sweeps for liquidity in this fair value gap. But we're not worrying about that. We just need to identify this swing low. What do we need to identify after the swing low is a lower swing low. So we have two of these. Now, how would this be a breaker on a 4 hour? If price, like we had on our pictures, and we can take our ghosts. So we've got a swing low, the high, and a lower swing low. If price went up there and then retraced back to that high, this would be a bullish breaker to the higher time frame. So obviously that didn't happen. Let's find another one. Swing low here. Created a high, didn't create a lower swing low. So this way we can see what is not a breaker. What about this one? I can see this intermediate swing high now. It went down, we've got the high, didn't break higher. So nothing here on the 4 hour. Okay, so let's go on to the 1 hour and see if we can find the one that is very evident and the easiest to find on backtesting. It's on the 29th of June 2023, and this is on an hourly chart. So we can grab our line and we go onto the intermediate swing low, this one here. We have then created, if we bring it up here, we've created a high between the following of the low. So we've got a lower low here, and in between these two we have what? We have the high right there. These are all conditions that we're looking for the breaker. Now the price is going to trade above this high, and now it's taken this high here, and we're looking for an entry when it retraces back onto the breaker block. This is textbook from ICT Breaker. Now look at that price. It climbed all the way up there. So if you were a swing trader, that is a big profits of exactly 472 pips. If you are a swing trader and you can hold that for that long. But that was a really nice example of a ICT breaker. Let's see if we can find a bearish one. Okay, since the pound has been very bullish recently, not a lot of clean setups, but we can see one here. So we have, this is on the 8th of May, we have a swing intermediate high. We can define the push down, which created the intermediate low. So we need a higher high for the sweep of liquidity above, which happened right here. All right, so if we do the same here, this is the high creating the low, sweep of the buy side liquidity. Now what we're looking for is the break below the high, so we're going to need a line here, which happened there and retraced back into where we're going to take an order for delivery of price down. So not as clean as the other one, but technically it is a breaker block because we had a swing high into the low, intermediate low, taking out liquidity above here. We know how we record liquidity in this channel. We use these boxes and we've got that buy side liquidity there. You can label that buy side. Distribution of price below the swing high. Now, a nicer place would be if that break retraced back up here. That will be a nice entry for continuation down. But if you determined that you were happy that that break was the actual break, then you can get that entry, and that would have delivered again. Sorry, the dog is drinking a lot of water. He's thirsty. So that would have delivered a whopping 271 pips. So you can see it actually working. As you can see, sometimes these setups are not very clean. Do you have to take the non-clean setups? No, you can take all the very clean setups. But if you can understand what's happening and why is price action behaving the way it's behaving and why Michael is calling it breaker block, then you can take opportunities when they're not so clean because you understand price action. In this case, what we saw was the seeking of liquidity and dragging that price up to take all the buy stops out before delivering in price. You can be quite confident that that is going to be a move downwards, and then you can start looking for that opportunity to reprice or get an entry when price has taken out the intermediate low and retraces back to that level, and you're happy to take that trade. Because as you can see, it delivered another 271 pips compared to the other one, which was more clean and it delivered us 400 something pips. But both setups were valid breakers. So there you go. That was a quick video to break down. If you go onto the playlist and you can see the ICT playlist on how to, you can see the silver bullet, you can see the OTE. Now we've done the breaker. So a lot of places where you can, hopefully this helps you understand a little bit about the concepts, because they're great concepts and Michael has done a great job to give this to the world for free. So make sure you go and watch the originals as well, because you can always learn better from the original video. But if you don't understand the concept or something that Michael is saying, you can always use my videos to come back to them. If you have been following, you know that I'm now on a 2-week break. I'm on holiday in America, and I will be back very soon doing lives when we're back still in America, in Boston. So there'll be New York sessions. So I'll catch you very soon, and have a good one.
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.